fighters. You're welcome to try.
Think fast! He thought too fast.
You are no match for me.
Let's end this.
Hi, this is Marc Morrell from ToonBarn. We're here at WonderCon 2019. We're talking about Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I'm here with the screenwriter, Marley Halpern-Graser, right?
That is right. That is, I got all three names right. I know I don't make it easy on you.
Okay. So, kind of going back to your background, you did Mad TV, right?
Yeah, well, I did the animated Mad on Cartoon Network, yes.
So you know Kevin Shinnick.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I worked with Kevin for the whole time we did that show together.
So he made the transition of doing TV writing to film writing because he also did Scooby-Doo and Kiss.
Yes.
So how was the transition of going from TV writing to film writing for you?
It's definitely a big jump. I mean, I'm used to writing not only TV, but most of my experience has been writing 11-minute episodes. Like Mad was 11 minutes. The shows I'm working on now are 11 minutes. So having 70 minutes to work with is awesome because I spend most of my time not being able to fit half as much story as I want into an episode. And with this, we were actually able to do everything that we wanted to do. Like all the scenes. Like there's nothing was cut for time. Nothing was cut for time in this movie. Like we were able to put in all the scenes we wanted to put in, which is a new experience for me. Being used to 11 minutes.
So was that like adapted from the 6-part miniseries, right?
Yes. Yeah. So we started with the 6-part miniseries comic, and I definitely took it as my job to adapt the comic as faithfully as I could. I think the comic's really good. I think the comic has a lot of fans, and I thought that we'd be doing ourselves and the fans a disservice if we threw it out and just did a different story. We had to change a lot of things for a bunch of reasons. The biggest reason, actually, is that with a movie, especially a 70-minute movie, you need to keep the urgency going. Things have to be sort of always moving. So the comic has a couple of points where like an issue ends, and then the next issue picks up like 2 days later. And the characters are like, relaxed, like not relaxing, but like there's time has passed. They're getting ready for their day. There's like some regrouping scenes. And this movie pretty much takes place over like one 48-hour period where I don't think any character sleeps. So there's just sort of a different level of urgency. And that means you have to rearrange things. And there's a few scenes that don't totally work. I would say the biggest thing is there's a scene in the comics where all the characters are in the Batcave sort of hanging out. And there were moments from that I really, really wanted to do. But it was really hard for me to justify at any point in this movie they would slow down enough to do that. And so I had to find a spot where Batgirl and Donatello are like working on a sciencey thing that realistically would take a couple hours. So I'm like, okay, well they're doing that. And while they're doing that, these other characters can relax a little bit so that I can do these like character moment scenes with them that I really wanted to do because they're really great in the comic.
So what was it like writing for Damian?
Damian's great. I love writing for Damian Wayne, and I especially love him in this context because the Turtles are like more lighthearted teenagers, and Batman is like a really grim, serious adult, and Damian is a 12-year-old who wants to be a grim, serious adult, and so he's actually he's a really good bridge between the characters because Damian does not think he's like the Ninja Turtles. He thinks he's like Batman, but then you see him and you're like, yeah, you're a little like those Ninja Turtles, kid. Damian was really, really fun. I think one of the things I was most happy, there's a moment where Harley Quinn is talking, and I wrote that Damian punches her before she can finish talking. Like he doesn't let her finish the villain thing she was gonna say, and that moment was adapted exactly the way I was hoping. I love the idea of Damian not having time for villain banter because he's too serious.
Everybody else just waits for them to finish their monologue.
Yeah, Damian doesn't wait. He just starts hurling punches. He also has to punch you 10 times for it to equal one adult punch, so he has to get in there early and start punching.
All right, well, I want to thank you for joining us on ToonBarn. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vs. Batman comes out on digital on May 14th and on Blu-ray on June 4th. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
My thing is from Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze, when April asked the Ninja Turtles if they would like napkins, and they say, what for? I think that every time anyone offers me napkins for my entire life, so I was very excited to have the Ninja Turtles say that in something that I wrote.
Good one. If anybody played Turtles in Time on SNES, you'll see.
This is a big score, gentlemen. It's the Bat! Fire! Fire! Do I look like a friggin' bat to you? Huh? You are no match for me.